Dear Gary, it is either the stupidest pimp jacket in the world that I'm wearing, or I'm just a little bundled up. A little bundled up. Because it's a wee bit chilly in here to me, which is very, very odd. Very odd indeed. Furthering my suspicion that I may be coming down with something, which is odd because I'm not really coughing that much anymore. Now, sure, as I say that, I'm going to start hacking up a lung on the camera. Not on the camera. That would be gross. So it's Thursday, apparently, for the next, hour and 10 minutes. Trying to figure out. There's been a lot of people talking about the YouTube copyright content ID thing. I know that Google basically had their kind of, not really a town hall meeting, but kind of their internal, hey, let's all get together and talk about stuff meeting today. And from my understanding, this stuff that's going on with YouTube was way at the top of the list. So hopefully something good will come of it. I was about to say hopefully something will come of it, but that's leaving it too open to the possibility of something very bad coming out of it. It says hopefully something good comes of it, because right now the content ID system is just, it's too stupid for its own good. It's I mean, the stuff that's happening with Angry Joe is pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. Now the stuff that's happening with Gopher, he just posted a video just like maybe 2 hours ago or so, I think. And he showed some of the videos that have claims against them, and it's like, ad rev for a third party. And that sounds like some seriously shady shit right there. I mean, advertising revenue, whatever the company is that's called ad rev, for a third party. And, it lists that it's a track by Enon Zur. Now, Enon was the guy who did the musical composition for the soundtrack to Dragon Age Origins, and just really, really good stuff. I love that soundtrack. It's very good. And he's not the one behind all this, and Gopher wasn't saying that Enon was. But yeah, it's clearly something's as other people would say, something a bit hinky going on there. I can't get this organized correct. No, that's buckling up on my legs. Forget it. I don't care that much, but it's cold. It is not something you will often hear me say, is that I'm cold. So yeah, hopefully there will be some kind of satisfactory resolution coming out, because right now, like a lot of people were talking about how it doesn't really affect us all that much. People like Boogie, Boogie 2988, doesn't really affect him that much, because most of what he does is, vlogging, kind of like what I do. Now, granted, what I want to do involves a lot more gaming content stuff. Especially with the voice acting thing. That is exactly what I want to do. Speaking of which, kind of, voice acting stuff. One of the guys I used to work with at EA, he was one of the producers that I was working with, contacted me and told me that his girlfriend was hoping to get me to help out with her thesis project. And she sent me an email today with the final video. It's up on YouTube. I'll put a link to it in the description below. so that you guys can check it out. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. And there's bears, so awesome. Pretty cool. There was something else. Wow. I am just having all kinds of hard troubleness thinking, speak, talk, make wordness. Tomorrow is the Into the Portal podcast at 2 p.m. California time. So I will once again take this bedspread and put it over this rack behind me, which I'm kind of blocking and you can't really see that well, but to try to block off some of the window back there, so that, because that's the south side of the house. So the sun is just at 2 o'clock in the afternoon is, beaming full force against those Venetian blinds, and it's, well, I guess they're not. Well, they're vertical Venetian blinds. Vertical blinds. Anyway, the sun is pounding against them and illuminating them, and it makes me in the foreground turn completely black because it's trying to, adjust the brightness against all the illumination behind me, and it just everything in the foreground gets blacked out. So I put this bedspread over that garment rack behind me and extend it up as far as it'll go, and then use it as a backdrop so that it doesn't do that as much. Anyway, so tomorrow is the podcast, and we'll be talking about EverQuest Next stuff. Hopefully I will get my computer tomorrow. I called them today. Say, hey, what's the status on my build? And they were like, well, it takes a couple of days. I said, I know that. I paid for it first thing Monday morning. That's, 3 days ago. What's going on? And they're like, oh, you did? I'm like, yeah. What's going on? And I haven't heard from them yet. So I think that's another reason why I keep trying to sleep so much. And I think I mentioned this yesterday, is that it makes the time go by faster. Unfortunately, now I'm wide awake at 11 o'clock in the evening, and I'm going to be up all night again. And I was going to record some of my my WoW audiobook stuff again last night. I was going to re-record it, remaster it. Kind of got distracted by Iron Man 3. Didn't mean to. It happened anyway. I actually wanted to watch Iron Man 1, but we don't have it on DVD, and it's not available on Netflix or Hulu that I know of, and it's not available on Amazon Prime. It's the only one of the 3 Iron Man movies that is not available on Amazon Prime. I mean, I can buy it, but I can't rent the stream of it. Very weird. So yeah, what's up with that? I don't understand. What else was there? We're at just about 9 minutes. I need to, I really need to, do some of those audiobooks. I could probably get, there's another galactic guide for the Centauri system. I need to record that too. I used to think that there will come a point where I have more stuff to record than I have time to do it, and that will be a wonderful thing. I thought that will be wonderful, that I'll have this much voiceover work to do. And in a way it kind of is. But the only reason that I have more of it than I can do is that I have more of it than I can record in the 4 or 5 hour band of relative quiet that I have here. If I had a proper, sound deadened room or booth where you couldn't hear the traffic driving by outside, you couldn't hear I mean, you guys have heard the thump, 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 creak, creak, creak of, the floorboards in this house as people are wandering around. I mean, the chances of even me being able to build a booth that would, cancel out that, that much sound. Because, I mean, that's inside the structure of the house. And then there's, all the crows and the parrots and the sparrows don't really make that much noise. But, just all kinds of sounds from within and without. And you probably couldn't hear that car, because by the time I remove all the extraneous noise aside from my voice in the editing process, it cancels out most of it except for the really loud stuff. Anyway, let's see. Oh, God, that feels good. Scratching, by the way, on my back. I just realized you can't see my arm. Oh my God, what is he scratching? Okay, now I'm on my side. Yes, it's not a tumor. Right. 11 minutes, 15 seconds. I think we should just cut that. I mean, cut it, this whole thing. Just go ahead and stop. So yeah, tomorrow's Friday. And, it seems like there's something, might have another photo shoot this weekend. And then pretty soon, not this coming week, but the week after that, I'll be house/dog sitting for a friend of mine. But I suspect that a goodly portion of this weekend, rather, if I get my computer tomorrow, a goodly portion of this weekend will probably be telling my machine, okay, all these programs that I have, all these video games that I have installed, had installed on the other system, install them all and update them all. Go. Go, minus the hiccup, of course. Go. That should keep you occupied for, I was going to say that should keep you occupied for the entire weekend. Exactly. But, this new system is probably considerably faster than the one I'm using now. So it'll probably be like, okay, it's 15 minutes later, I'm done. It's like, no, we don't have that kind of net throughput here. You can't be done yet. So right, God, okay, 12 3/4 minutes. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I think I'm hungry. I think that's why I'm so cold. Is I haven't eaten anything yet today. Here it is, almost midnight, and I haven't eaten this day at all. So I will talk with you guys later, and until then, be careless.